All right, everyone, it's time for more lawfare. I'm sure that none of you are surprised about this, by the way. Link in the description, archived of course. The Haitian Bridge Alliance has decided to sue Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Why? Because they've made comments with regards to Haitians eating people's pets. This lawsuit has absolutely no validity whatsoever. It's probably the most petulant lawfare that I've seen in this election cycle, and we've seen some humdingers now, haven't we? Well, Donald Trump committed business fraud years ago. We can't prove that there was actual fraud, but, we're just claiming it. Donald Trump took his homework home with him, which he was legally entitled to do so, but, we're going to sue him anyway. Donald Trump pleased his investors, and therefore we have a problem with that because he actually paid them off, everyone made money, everyone was happy. They literally argued in his defense, but this one takes the cake. And this is completely stupid. Donald Trump or J.D. Vance coming out and saying that Haitian migrants, illegals in the country, have eaten pets is an unfalsifiable statement. It is not the case that the average person of Haitian origin is going to steal your cat and eat it. That's absolutely true. But you can't really falsify the claim. How can you claim that there are no cases of this happening when we've literally got a video of one particular Haitian immigrant dragging a dead goose across the street? If you're gonna eat, the Canadian geese, again, yeah, I don't begrudge them that. Go ahead and I know that it's against the law, but you should, if you want to kill the geese. Nobody here in New England, by the way, cares. But you would think that those individuals would probably resort to other methodologies of obtaining food. The fact is, under the Bidenomic economy, and especially with the illegal immigrant crisis that's going on at our border, people are going to feed themselves. They're going to feed their families. It is inevitable that someone's dog's going to get nicked. It's inevitable that somebody's cat's going to get nicked. Now, if Donald Trump or J.D. Vance had said this about Venezuelan migrants, would they be being sued by some organization? Probably not. Apparently there's more of an organized operation among Haitian illegals, I suppose. I have no problem with Haitians. I'm going to be in New Orleans, actually, tomorrow. So, I don't have a problem with them. Some great food, by the way. My dad worked with some Haitians, actually, migrant labor, when he was working at the Mountain Creamery decades ago. And they seemed like cool people. Also worked with a bunch of Jamaicans. Mainly it was Jamaicans and people from Poland. Those were the two big ones. And I always thought that they were cool. Never had a problem with them. I don't have a problem with Haitians at all. I have a problem with the Haitian government because they can't run shit. Although they are at a bit of a detriment because the Clinton Foundation moved in and then never left. And the Red Cross never built those homes there that they were supposed to build. So I have sympathy for them, actually. But this particular lawsuit is laughable. Again, look at the laundry list of things that they're alleging. Oh my God, you're defaming our people. Well, you're allowed to say whatever you want about a group of people. He's not making any individual claims against anyone. So defamation doesn't stand up. This is going to be laughed out of court. What's going to happen is they're going to bring their case, and the judge is going to take one look at it and say, what the fuck what's the crime here? There is no defamation. It doesn't exist. It's going to get laughed out of court. It's going to get dismissed immediately. That's almost a guarantee. Even for somebody as legally persecuted as Donald Trump, this case has so few legs. It's basically like, imagine that both of your legs were amputated and now you're crawling around on a couple of stubs. That's basically this case in a nutshell. It ain't going nowhere, at least not fast. It would be appealed anyway. I mean, again, there's literally no legal recourse involved with this case at all. Presidential candidate has wider latitude in general to speak about issues, number one. And number two, no specific singular party is actually even named by Trump or Vance. So where's the case? I mean, I looked at this news. I'm like, what? I saw this on Ground News. By the way, great site. You should definitely subscribe to Ground News as well as RCP for news aggregation. I was looking at this and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know what I was reading half the time. I have to do this shit for a living. And sometimes at this point, even I'm getting surprised at the things that are happening. This is basically unheralded within the period of U.S. history. Since the 1700s. This case is frivolous in the maximum sense. This is a 10 out of 10 frivolity scale sort of moment. The Haitian Bridge Alliance. And even, what the hell is the Haitian Bridge Alliance? Okay, it's an organization that helps, I guess, Haitians get into the country illegally. Or something like that. What standing do you have? That's the other problem. We're putting our lawyer hats on. You have to have standing to bring an actual case. If there is no singular litigant that you can name, I guess you're doing class action at that point. If there is no singular litigant, it's going to be real goddamn hard to prove defamation above all else. And also, they mention incitement. How would these statements incite anyone to violence? There have been violent incidents involving, people, xenophobic attacks against Haitians. That's true. Much like with J6, where Trump says, go march peacefully. And he gets sued over it because people decide to riot. Mostly with nonviolent intent, by the way, I would note. How do you effectively establish standing? It's going to be real difficult to do so. I don't think that this case is going to go anywhere. I think this one will fall apart very quickly. Now notice, the legacy media will take up this case and say, well, Donald Trump hates Haitians. He thinks that they eat cats and stuff like that. That would be very hyperbolic. Then when the case gets retired, inevitably, because it literally has no legal standing at all, they'll shut up about it real fucking quick. Guaranteed. They'll shelve it. They'll memory hole the entire case because it was such an abysmal failure. That's about all. Peace out.